I shouldn't have worn it. The dress is black, fitted, and ends mid-thigh. The only professional thing I own that isn't stained or torn. I bought it for my sister's funeral 3 years ago. Now it's my armor, my last chance, my humiliation. The elevator doors open to marble floors and floor-to-ceiling windows. Everyone here looks like they were born in tailored wool. I tug at the hem. It doesn't move. Miss Chen? The receptionist's smile is sharp. Mr. Hawthorne will see you now. I follow her past glass offices where people look up, look down, look again. My heels click too loud. My breath comes too fast. I need this job. I need it so badly my hands are shaking. The door opens. He doesn't look up. Elias Hawthorne sits behind a desk the size of my apartment, signing something with a pen that probably costs more than my rent. Dark suit, dark hair. The kind of face that belongs on currency or in courtrooms, all sharp angles and controlled power. Sit. I sit. He looks up. His eyes are gray, cold, assessing. They flick down to my dress, up to my face, and something shifts in his expression. Not what I expected. Not disgust or interest, recognition. You went to Madison High, he says. My stomach drops. Yes. How did you? I remember you. He leans back, fingers steepled. Lily Chen, you were 2 grades below me. You used to eat lunch alone by the oak tree with a book. I stare at him. I don't remember him at all. You're wondering why I remember, he continues, voice flat. Because everyone else was loud and stupid and you were the only person who looked as trapped as I felt. The air between us shifts. This isn't an interview anymore. I need an executive assistant, he says. Someone smart, ruthless, and invisible. Can you be invisible, Lily? I've had practice. His mouth almost curves, almost. The pay is 6 figures. The hours are brutal. The work is confidential, occasionally illegal, and always morally ambiguous. You'll see things that could destroy me. I'll see things that could destroy you. Mutually assured destruction keeps people honest. What kind of illegal? The kind that keeps 50,000 people employed and a dozen politicians quiet. He slides a contract across the desk. Sign it or leave. You have 10 seconds. I should leave. I should run, I sign. He nods once. You start Monday. Wear whatever you want. Anyone who comments answers to me. I stand, legs unsteady. Why did you hire me? Because you're desperate, he says, eyes locked on mine. And desperate people are loyal. Until they're not. Monday I wear the same dress. Not because I don't have options now. He had a clothing allowance sent to my apartment Friday night. Enough to buy 10 new wardrobes. But because I want to know what he'll do. He says nothing. But at 10 a.m., James Corwin from marketing makes a comment in the break room. Something about dress code and distraction. I don't hear the rest because Elias appears in the doorway. Mr. Corwin. My office. Now. James goes white. I don't see James again until Wednesday. He won't look at me. What did you do? I ask Elias that night, alone in his office at midnight as he reviews contracts. I reminded him that this company has a harassment policy, he says without looking up, and that I have a very good memory for faces when I'm choosing who to fire during the next restructure. You threatened his job. Over a comment, no. He finally looks at me. I threatened his job because he made you feel small. There's a difference, something dangerous unfolds in my chest. Why do you care? I don't, he says. But his jaw is tight. I care about productivity. Harassment lawsuits are expensive. Liar, 3 weeks in, I learn what occasionally illegal means. I'm filing documents when I see it. Shell companies, offshore accounts, names I recognize from newspapers, money moving like water through cracks in the law. You found the interesting files, Elias says behind me. I spin. He's leaning against the doorframe, tie loosened, sleeves rolled. It's 2 a.m., we're alone. This is tax avoidance, not evasion. Legal if barely. He walks closer. Does it bother you? Should it? That depends on whether you think laws are moral or just convenient. He stops a foot away. I keep 50,000 people employed, Lily. I fund hospitals, schools, infrastructure. The government would waste this money on weapons and political favors. So yes, I cheat. I cheat because the system is rigged and I'd rather feed families than feed bureaucrats. That's a very convenient philosophy. It is, he agrees. But that doesn't make it wrong. He's too close. I can smell his cologne, cedar, and something darker. I could destroy you with this information, I whisper. Yes. His voice drops. But you won't. How do you know? Because you're desperate. And desperate people don't bite the hand that feeds them. He reaches past me, closes the file. His arm brushes mine. Unless they find a better hand. He walks away. I stand there, heart hammering, and realize something terrible. I don't want a better hand. I want his. The gossip starts on a Thursday. I'm in the elevator when I hear it. 2 women from legal. Voices low, but not low enough. Living in that apartment he bought her. Same dress for a month. Now suddenly Chanel. Everyone knows what she's doing to keep that job. The doors open. They see me. Their faces flush. I step out. Say nothing. But my hands shake as I walk to Elias's office, and I hate that they shake. Hate that I care. Hate that some part of me wonders if they're right to assume. You're angry, Elias says when I enter. He doesn't look up from his laptop. I'm fine. Liar. Now he looks. Those gray eyes pin me. What happened? Nothing. Office politics, Lily. He closes the laptop. I don't tolerate evasion from people I'm paying $500,000 a year. What happened? The number stuns me silent. $500,000. I signed without reading the compensation section. They think I'm sleeping with you, I say flatly. For the job. The apartment. The clothes. Something dangerous crosses his face. Names. No. Names, Lily, or I send a company-wide memo asking people to self-identify. You can't. But I see his hand move toward his phone. Sarah Chen and Morgan Webb. Legal department. But don't. He's already typing. What are you doing? Sending them to the Boston office. Effective immediately. His voice is ice. They can enjoy the transfer and the implicit lesson about consequences. Elias, stop. Why? He stands, walks around the desk. Give me one reason why I should tolerate employees who slander my assistant and create a hostile work environment. Because it proves them right. I'm shouting now. Don't you see? You protect me, you punish them, you control everything. It's exactly what they think is happening. Let them think it. He's close now, too close. Let them think whatever keeps them afraid enough to keep their mouths shut. You're making it worse. I'm making it clear. His jaw tightens. No one touches you. No one diminishes you. Not while you work for me. I don't need you to fight my battles. Yes, he says quietly. You do. Because you've been fighting alone so long, you forgot what it feels like to have someone in your corner. Even if that someone is a bastard who plays dirty. The truth of it hits like a fist. Why? I whisper. Why do you care? For a moment, just a moment, something raw flashes across his face. Vulnerability. Need. Then it's gone, locked behind that controlled mask. Because you remind me of someone I used to be, he says. Before I learned that power is the only thing that protects you. He walks back to his desk, sits, opens his laptop. The transfers stand. Meeting in 10 minutes. Brief me on the Chamberlain acquisition. Dismissed. That night he takes me to dinner, not a date, business. There's a client, Marcus Reeves, old money, older prejudices. Elias needs him to sign off on a merger. He's a misogynist, Elias says in the car. He'll say something inappropriate. I need you to smile, nod, and let me handle it. What if I don't want to smile and nod? Then we lose $40 million and 300 jobs. He looks at me. Your choice. The restaurant is the kind where menus don't have prices. Marcus Reeves is 60, silver-haired, and his eyes crawl over me before I even sit. Hawthorne, I see you've brought assistants. My executive assistant, Lily Chen. Elias's voice is measured. She's brilliant with numbers. I thought she could walk you through the projections. I'm sure she's brilliant at many things. Marcus smiles, oils. Does she speak or just decorate? My jaw clenches. Elias's hand finds my knee under the table. A warning. A plea, I smile. Open my folder. Begin the presentation. Marcus interrupts every third sentence. Questions my math. Asks Elias to verify my figures. Calls me sweetheart twice. Elias's hand tightens on my knee each time. Not restraining, anchoring by dessert. I want to throw wine in Marcus's face, then he says it. You know, Hawthorne, if you need someone to warm your bed, there are more appropriate venues than the office. Elias's fork hits his plate. The sound cracks through conversation. Mr. Reeves, his voice is surgical. I'm going to give you one chance to apologize to Ms. Chen. One. Marcus laughs. Come now, we're all adults. One chance. Elias stands. Or I pull every dollar from this deal, short your company's stock, and personally ensure every board member knows you torpedoed a merger because you couldn't keep your mouth shut around a woman smarter than you. The restaurant goes quiet. Marcus's face purples. You wouldn't dare try me. Elias's smile is a blade. I've destroyed men for less. Ask Richard Pemberton. Oh wait, you can't, he's bankrupt in Singapore. Silence stretches. Marcus looks at me. His jaw works. My apologies, Miss Chen, I was inappropriate. Yes, I say softly. You were. Elias throws cash on the table. We're done here. My lawyers will send termination papers in the morning. He takes my elbow. We leave. In the car, I'm shaking. Not fear, rage, adrenaline, something else. You just walked away from $40 million, I say. Yes. For me. For you. He's staring straight ahead. And because Marcus Reeves is a dinosaur who needs to go extinct. You said 300 jobs? I lied. He finally looks at me. There were other options. I wanted to see if you'd sacrifice your dignity for strangers' security. You would have. That's rare. You tested me? I'm always testing you, Lily, just like you're always testing me. His voice drops. We're both waiting for the other one to fail. To prove we're right to keep our walls up. The truth sits between us like a living thing. What if I want the walls down? I whisper. His hand cups my jaw. Thumb against my cheek. His eyes search mine. Then we both get hurt, he says. Because I'm very good at destroying things I care about. He kisses me. It's not gentle. It's desperate. Consuming, like he's trying to crawl inside my skin or push me away, I can't tell which. His hand fists in my hair. I bite his lip. He groans. When we break apart, we're both breathing hard. This is a mistake, he says. I know. I'm your boss. The power dynamic, I don't care and you should, but he kisses me again. God, Lily, you should run from me. Maybe I'm tired of running. His apartment is glass and steel and emptiness. We barely make it to the couch. Clothes scatter. His hands map my skin like he's memorizing escape routes. I dig my nails into his shoulders and he hisses. Tell me to stop, he breathes against my neck. No. Tell me this is wrong. It is wrong. I pull him closer. Do it anyway. Afterward, we lie tangled in expensive sheets and I trace the scar on his ribs. Knife fight, he murmurs. I was 17. Foster home, I kiss it. He goes rigid. Don't, he whispers. Don't make me soft. Too late. His arms tighten around me. For a moment, he's not the billionaire. He's just a boy who ate lunch alone, who clawed his way up, who protects me because no one protected him. This changes everything, he says. I know. I could lose you. You could. I look up at him, but you could also keep me. He kisses my forehead. Soft, devastating. Then I'll keep you, he says, until you hate me for it. I fall asleep in his arms. I don't know yet that he's right. I wake up alone. The sheets are cold. There's a note on the pillow in sharp, precise handwriting. Emergency meeting. Stay as long as you want. Driver will take you home. And not sorry I left. Not last night was just facts. Distance. Walls rebuilt overnight. I dress in last night's clothes and take a cab instead of his driver. Some small rebellion. Some way to prove I'm not owned. At the office, he's in meetings all day. I see him through glass walls, commanding, untouchable, the man who runs empires. Not the man who whispered, don't make me soft against my skin. By 6 p.m., I'm convinced last night was a mistake we'll never mention. Then my computer pings. My office. Now. He's standing at the window when I enter. Hands in pockets silhouetted against the city lights. Close the door. I do. He doesn't turn around. I need you to do something. You're going to hate me for asking. My stomach tightens. What? There's a woman. Vanessa Moretti. She has information about my company. Documents that could trigger a federal investigation. She's threatening to go public unless I pay her $20 million. Then pay her. I can't. Now he turns. His face is drawn, exhausted. Because she's my ex-wife. And if I pay her, she'll never stop bleeding me dry. The word lands like a bomb. Ex-wife, you were married. For 3 years. It ended badly. He moves closer. She knows things, Lily. Things that could put me in prison. Shell companies, bribes, agreements with people who've since become very inconvenient. You want me to... What? Steal the documents? No. His eyes meet mine. I want you to befriend her. Get close. Find out what she has, what she wants, where she's vulnerable, and then I'll handle it. The room tilts. You want me to spy on your ex-wife? I want you to save 50,000 jobs and keep me out of a federal penitentiary. His voice is flat. I'm asking because you're the only person I trust, and because you're smart enough to do it, and because she won't suspect the woman you just started sleeping with. She doesn't know about you. He runs a hand through his hair. No one does. We've been careful, have we, or has he? What happens after I get the information? Something shudders in his expression. I negotiate quietly, without lawyers who'll leak to the press. That's not what I asked.
What happens to her?
Silence, Elias. She'll be fine, he says, but he won't look at me. Vanessa always lands on her feet. I should say no. Should walk out. Should recognize this for what it is, a test, a trap, a line we can't uncross. If I do this, I say slowly, we're even. No more debts. No more desperate people are loyal. I do this and you tell me the truth. All of it, he nods. Deal. Liar Vanessa Moretti is beautiful in that effortless old money way. Champagne blonde, tennis club tan, smile like a knife in silk. We meet at a charity luncheon. Elias arranged the introduction through a mutual friend. I'm playing the role of ambitious assistant looking to network. Lily Chen. She air kisses my cheeks. I've heard about you. Elias's new protege. I wouldn't say protege. Oh, please. She laughs, links her arm through mine. He has a type. Brilliant, damaged, grateful. I was you once. The comment slides between my ribs. We have lunch. She orders wine. By the second glass, she's confiding. He'll make you feel like you're the only person who understands him, she says. Like he's broken and only you can fix him. But here's the secret. He's not broken. He's just cruel. And he mistakes cruelty for strength. Why did you marry him? Because I thought I could change him. She swirls her wine. I thought love would soften all those sharp edges. Instead, I just bled out trying. What happened? Her smile turns bitter. I asked him to choose. Me or the company. He chose the company. Then spent 2 years in court trying to take everything I had left. That doesn't sound like Elias, doesn't it? She leans forward. Tell me, Lily, has he told you about the Seattle deal? The whistleblower who disappeared right before testifying? My blood goes cold. What whistleblower? A man named David Krantz. He worked for one of Elias's subsidiaries. Found some irregularities, major ones. Was supposed to give a deposition. She pauses. His car went off a bridge 3 days before the hearing. Police ruled it an accident. You're saying Elias? I'm saying my ex-husband is very good at making problems disappear. Her eyes are sharp. And you should ask yourself what happens when you become a problem. I confront him that night. Storm into his apartment using the key he gave me. Who's David Krantz? Elias looks up from his laptop. No surprise, no panic, just calculation. Vanessa told you about Seattle. Is it true? Did you have him killed? No, he stands. David Krantz was an alcoholic with a gambling problem. He crashed his car because he was drunk and desperate. The investigation cleared me. But you benefited from his death? Yes. His voice is flat. I also benefited from gravity, oxygen, and compound interest. That doesn't make me responsible for them. Don't be glib. I'm not being glib. He slams his hand on the desk. I'm being honest. David Krantz was going to lie under oath because someone paid him to destroy my company. I was preparing to prove he'd been bribed. Then he died. The case evaporated and everyone decided I must be a murderer, including my wife. Ex-wife. She wasn't ex yet. His jaw tightens. That's what ended us. Not another woman, not the company. The fact that she believed I was capable of murder. Are you? The question hangs between us. I don't know, he says finally. I've never been tested. I'd like to think I'm not. But I've done other things. Legal things that destroyed lives. Closed factories. Fired thousands. Crushed competitors. So maybe the only difference between me and a murderer is opportunity and consequences. The honesty is more terrifying than a lie. What do you want me to do about Vanessa? I ask quietly. Keep getting close. She trusts you. Find out what she has. And then I'll handle it. He moves closer. I need you to trust me, Lily. I don't know if I can. I know. He cups my face. But I'm asking anyway. I should leave. Should run. Should recognize that I'm being used, manipulated, turned into a weapon. Instead, I kiss him. We make love on the couch, desperate and angry, like we're trying to hurt or save each other. His hands bruise. I rake nails down his back. When I come, I bite his shoulder hard enough to leave marks. Afterward, he holds me too tight. "Don't leave me," he whispers against my hair. "I'm here." "No. I mean, don't leave me. Not when you find out what I've done." My heart stops. "What have you done?" But he just kisses my temple and says nothing. 2 days later, Vanessa invites me to her brownstone. "I like you, Lily," she says over martinis. "You're genuine. Rare in Elias's world." Guilt twists in my stomach. "Thank you. Which is why I'm going to show you something." She stands, disappears into her study, returns with a folder. "Insurance. In case he tries to destroy me like he destroys everyone who gets too close." She hands it to me. Inside, documents, offshore accounts, but also photographs. Elias meeting with a man I recognize from news reports, a senator currently under investigation for corruption. Money transfers, dates that correspond with key votes. "This isn't tax avoidance," I whisper. "This is bribery." "Yes." Vanessa's voice is sad. "I told you. He's not who you think he is. Why are you showing me this?" "Because you're sleeping with him." "Don't deny it, I can see it in how you say his name. And I was you once. I know how he makes you feel special, chosen, protected." She touches my hand. "But he's using you, Lily. He sent you to get close to me, didn't he? To find out what I know?" The room spins. "How did you—" "Because it's exactly what he'd do." She smiles sadly. "And because you're terrible at lying. Your eyes gave you away the moment I mentioned Seattle." I stand. The folder falls. Papers scatter. "I'm sorry," I say. "I'm so sorry." "Don't be sorry. Be smart." She starts gathering the documents. "Take copies. Protect yourself. Because when he's done with you, and he will be done, you'll need leverage. Just like I do." I leave without the copies, but I can't forget what I saw. That night, I break into Elias's study. He's in Singapore for meetings. I have 48 hours. I need to know if Vanessa is telling the truth. The safe is behind a painting, obvious, almost insulting. I know the combination. He gave it to me weeks ago, said he trusted me with everything. Inside, passports, cash, stock certificates, and a file labeled Chen Lily. My hands shake as I open it. Background check, financial records, medical history, psychiatric evaluation from after my sister's death. How did he even get that? And at the bottom, a note in his handwriting. Vulnerability, grief, isolation, financial desperation. Approach, offer security, protection, purpose. Risk, emotional attachment. Monitor closely. The date is 2 weeks before I interviewed. My interview wasn't luck, it was a setup. He researched me, profiled me, chose me specifically because I was broken and desperate enough to mold into whatever he needed. I'm not his assistant. I'm his mark. The file slips from my hands. I sink to the floor. Can't breathe. Can't think. My phone buzzes. Text from Elias landing in 20 minutes. "Come to my apartment. I miss you." I stare at the message. Then I start taking photographs of everything in the safe. When I leave, I make sure everything looks untouched, but I'm not the same woman who walked in. That woman trusted him. That woman is dead. I'm waiting in his apartment when he arrives. The photographs are printed, spread across his coffee table like accusations. My file, Vanessa's evidence, all of it. Elias stops in the doorway, sees them. His face doesn't change. "When were you going to tell me?" My voice is steady. "I'm proud of that. Never." He sets down his briefcase. "Self-preservation. You researched me, profiled me, chose me because I was vulnerable." "Yes." The admission is worse than a lie. "Was any of it real?" He moves closer. I stand my ground. "Define real," he says. "Did I select you deliberately?" "Yes." "Did I manipulate circumstances to ensure you'd accept the job?" "Yes." "Did I predict you'd be competent, loyal, and exactly what I needed?" "Yes." "You bastard, but did I predict I'd fall in love with you?" His voice cracks. "No, that wasn't part of the plan. That was the mistake that ruins everything." I laugh. It sounds broken. "Love? You don't know what love is." "You're right." He stops a foot away. "I know possession. I know obsession. I know that when Vanessa showed you those files, I tracked your phone to her brownstone and spent 2 hours outside deciding whether to kill her or let you make your choice. I know that when you broke into my safe, I watched you on security cameras and felt relief that you finally saw the truth. Because I'm exhausted, Lily. I'm exhausted pretending I'm someone worth saving. The senator, the bribes. It's all true? Yes. David Krantz? He hesitates. His death was an accident. But I knew he was suicidal. I knew he was drinking. And I pushed him anyway because I needed him gone. So you tell me, does that make me a murderer? The honesty is a blade between my ribs. What about Vanessa? What were you going to do with the information I got? I was going to pay her. He runs a hand through his hair. 20 million, all of it. Because she's right, I destroyed her. And some debts you can't erase, I stare at him. You were always going to pay? Yes. Then why did you need me to? Understanding hits. You wanted to see if I'd betray you. If I'd choose her truth over your lies. I wanted to know if you'd stay when you saw who I really am. His eyes are raw. Everyone leaves, Lily. My parents, foster families, Vanessa. Everyone sees the monster and runs. I needed to know if you would too. So you set me up to fail. To hate you? No, he cups my face. I set you up to choose. And you chose to break into my safe and collect evidence instead of running to the FBI. Which means you're either stupid, complicit, or in love with the monster. His thumb brushes my cheek. Which is it? I should push him away. Should use this evidence to destroy him. Should choose justice, morality, the right thing. Instead, I kiss him. He tastes like desperation and truth. His hands fist in my hair. I bite his lip hard enough to draw blood. I hate you. I whisper against his mouth. I know. You manipulated me, used me, turned me into someone like me. He pulls back. I corrupted you. That's what I do. I take good people and show them how easily goodness breaks. I was never good. I grab his tie, pull him close. I was desperate. You just gave me permission to be what I already was. And what's that? Yours, we don't make it to the bedroom. He takes me against the window overlooking the city. All those lights, all those people who don't know a monster lives among them. I dig my nails into his shoulders. He bites my neck. We're vicious and tender and utterly damned. Afterward, we lie in the wreckage of his living room. What happens now? I ask. You have 3 choices. His voice is quiet. 1, turn me in. Use the evidence, testify, I'll go to prison. You'll be free. 2, leave. Take a severance, disappear, start over somewhere I can't find you. I won't stop you, my heart pounds. 3, stay. He looks at me. Help me clean this up. We pay Vanessa, restructure the accounts, go legitimate. It'll take years. We might fail. We'll definitely break more laws before we stop breaking them, but we do it together. Why would I stay? Because you're tired of being alone. Because you understand that morality is a luxury for people who've never been desperate. Because, he swallows. Because I'm asking. And I've never asked anyone for anything. I should choose one. Should choose 2. What happens to Vanessa? I ask instead. She gets her money. And a contract promising I'll never touch her again. Legally binding. She wanted freedom. I'll give it to her. And the senator? I'll stop paying him. Let the investigation run its course. Some things you can't fix. You'll lose everything. Not everything. His hand finds mine. Not if you stay. I look at the photographs scattered around us. Evidence of crimes. Proof of manipulation. The truth I was supposed to want. But here's the real truth. I knew what he was from the beginning. I saw the monster in that first interview and how casually he threatened James Corwin, and how he kissed me like drowning, and I chose him anyway. I'll stay, I say, on one condition, anything. No more lies, no more tests. You tell me everything or I walk, with the evidence and deal. He kisses my knuckles, but fair warning, the truth is uglier than you think. Show me. So he does. He tells me about the foster homes, the abuse, the first man he destroyed to survive. About Vanessa, who loved him until love became a cage. About every choice that led here to this moment, this woman, this last chance at something real. And I tell him about my sister. The pills. How I found her. How I've been drowning ever since. Just looking for someone to drag me under completely so I could stop pretending to swim. We confess everything, every sin, every wound, every terrible choice, and when we're done, we're both crying. We're going to hell, he whispers. Probably. I kiss him. but at least we'll go together. 6 months later, Vanessa gets her money. The company goes legitimate. The senator gets indicted. We're not implicated. I'm still wearing the black dress sometimes. Not because I have to, because it reminds me of the day I walked into a monster's office and found someone as broken as me. Elias still manipulates, still schemes, still destroys competitors with surgical precision. But he doesn't lie to me anymore. And I don't lie to myself. I'm not a victim. I'm not a hero. I'm a woman who chose the monster because the monster chose her first. Some people call that love. I call it survival. What are you thinking? Elias asks, finding me at the window overlooking the city. That we're terrible people? Yes. He wraps his arms around me. Does that bother you? I lean back against him. Watch the lights. Think about all those good people down there who never had to choose between morality and survival. No, I say finally. It really doesn't, he kisses my temple. Good, because I'm about to ask you to do something illegal. I turn in his arms. How illegal? His smile is sharp, dangerous, mine. Very. Tell me. So he does, and I say yes. Because here's what I learned. Everyone's a monster when they're desperate enough. The only difference is some of us stop pretending we're not. The end, he didn't save me. I didn't save him. We just stopped drowning alone.